I hope everyone had a refreshing lunch break. As we gather once again, let us bring a focus back to the purpose that unites us here today, sharing knowledge, inspiring innovation, and strengthening global collaboration.
We now move on to one of the most significant segments of this international conference, the paper presentation session, where researchers and scholars will present their valuable work. This session provides a platform for exchanging knowledge, exploring new methodologies, and encouraging meaningful academic discussions. Let us encourage all our presenters and appreciate their valuable contribution to the field of forensic science and cybersecurity.
Next, I invite Atul Raj, Assistant Professor, Forensic Science Department, Lovely Professional University, Punjab, to present her research work.
Hello. Greetings to everyone. So my name is Aditya. I'm here to present my paper on behalf of my co-authors. So this paper is particularly related to how you can use an AI engine to identify and classify various soil samples. So, if you remember your forensic classes, soil is one of the most significant trace evidence that we will find in a crime scene. Now, we can use the soil samples to identify the location or negate or as well as accept any doubts that we are having regarding the particular crime's occurrence. Now, one of the basic known method for identification of soil samples is like we'll use the instrumentation method technique, where an expert in the field will be sitting there and then looking at the soil samples to identify or will be cracking his head to identify whether the soil sample is actually from the crime scene or is it related to the crime scene or not. Now, with the advent of any technology, one of the basic human tendencies is that we will try to apply that particular technology in all the other fields to know what kind of outcome that we can expect. So, with the advent of AI, we started doing the same thing. We started to apply the AI in multiple fields. One of the fields was like application in forensic science. So, how we can use the AI in forensic science, whether it will help us in any manner like that. So, some of the earliest ideologies was like, can we identify anything, can we classify the soil samples or anything like that. So one of the two routes that we have taken like previously is like we'll use any of the machine learning algorithms to classify the soil based on its physical parameters, or else we'll use any CNN models to identify or classify the soil samples depending upon its morphological features, like how we are looking at the soil sample through a microscope. Now in the current paper we have tried the same aspect, but with a different touch. So we'll use a stereo microscope for most of the physical or visual examination of soil samples in forensic science. Now, what if we take the soil samples, the image occurred through a stereo microscope of the soil sample, and what if we train an AI that can detect the region from which the soil sample has come from? So with this thought in mind, we started to ponder upon it. So what we have done is like we took soil samples from 4 districts of Andhra Pradesh from 3 regions. Regions in the sense like from agricultural area, rural agricultural area, industrial area and riverbed. And then later on we uploaded the images into a Google Drive. Later on in Google Colab, we created some AI engines that can accurately identify this particular soil samples based on his, merely based on his images. So after like 16 iterations, like we trained multiple AI pipelines. After like 16 iterations, we got a classification accuracy of nearly 91%. So when you are talking about 91% means by looking merely at the soil sample, it can tell you from which region it has come from, and not only that, it can also identify which particular season it has come from. For example, if the sample is from monsoon season or if it's from summer season, it can accurately identify the season as well. Now, some of the earliest researchers have explained that there isn't any significant changes in the soil's chemical composition that can help us to accurately identify a particular season to which a soil sample belongs to. But in this particular research, we are able to identify the soil samples merely based on its morphological factors and accurately identify to which season it belongs to. Now, if you look at the bottom side, you can see a table with all the parameters, all the result parameters. So the precision will tell you the total accuracy of the AI models to for identifying each particular soil sample belonging to each particular districts. So the soil samples from East Godavari, we are able to identify all the soil samples from East Godavari district with a 91% of accuracy, whereas from Kurnool district, we are getting about 96% of accuracy. Now, if you take Tirupati district, we are getting 94% of accuracy. Same goes with the Visakhapatnam district as well. So the soil samples, whether they are belonging to any rural region or agricultural region or riverbed, or if they are from any seasons, for example, monsoon season or winter season or else summer season, we are also able to identify that as well with this level of accuracy. Now, if you take it to the last column, we are having a recall. Recall will tell you how many samples, so how much of samples were accurately identified. Whereas
for presenting your paper. One of my question for this topic is, like, how does your model maintain the accuracy when the soil sample appearance changes across the seasons?
Actually, that's a very bright question actually. So, like let me recite this. So, if you give any soil samples to my father, who is like 60 years old, he was previously a farmer, he can tell you what type of plants will grow in that particular soil. Now, by tasting it, he can tell you whether it is acidic or basic. Now, he doesn't have I believe he doesn't have a chromatography machine in his mouth, nor is having any AI engines in his head. He is a human as per my knowledge. So, if a person can do that, I'm pretty much sure it's not so difficult for an AI engine to understand. So, if you look back here, so this is the particular AI pipeline that we are using. It's not one single AI. It's multiple AI engines for each particular problems. So the first one, RSNest50, will take all the important features for the soil sample. Followed by that, the PCA will find which are most important. What is the significance of that? The LDA will do the separation. It will differentiate all the samples. Finally, the SVM will actually do the actual separation itself. Followed by the hierarchical classification is coming. Hierarchical classification, what is going to do is like, by looking at the sample, it will tell like, okay, it might belong to monsoon season or it might belong to summer season. It will identify the seasons. Then again the SVM will come and say, okay, if this is the seasons, then these are all possible district from which it can belong. In that districts, again, finally the SVM will do, okay, if it's from this particular district, these are the regions in which it can possibly come. Then finally it will give you the final classification.
Yes. My question is, what are the limitations of your current model?
So one of the limitations is only able to get a 91% of accuracy. We are not able to reach a 100%, and even in machine learning or artificial intelligence scenarios, it is better to always to keep it 91%. So that means there is a 9% possibility that it can give a wrong prediction. So that is a significance. Even in a court scenario, that 9% is too big actually, because we have the law maxim. Even if 1,000 guilty escape, not even one single innocent should be punished. So what if that innocent is in this 9%? So that is one of the significant limitation I feel. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Moving forward, I request Ms. Marin M. Thomas from the Division of Physical Science, Karanya Institute of Technology and Sciences, Coimbatore, to kindly present her paper.
Good afternoon, respected chairpersons, distinguished researchers, and my fellow participants. I am Marin M. Thomas, research scholar from Division of Criminology and Forensic Science at Karanya Institute of Technology and Sciences, Coimbatore. So today I am here to present my work titled Microplastic Signatures in Human Hair, a novel forensic biomarker for environmental exposure and individualized profiling. So this work is carried out under the guidance of my supervisor, Dr. A. Aditya, and my co-authors, and it explores the emerging forensic potential of microplastics detected in human hair, which is to be noted specifically. So outline of the talk is introduction, literature review, methodology, result, conclusions, and references. So basically when starting about the work, basically what is microplastics? So microplastics are synthetic nanoparticles which is much less than 5 millimeter synthetic polymer particles which have emerged as a dominant environmental contaminant or exposure in this 21st century. So basically we can say that this has been detected in airborne, dust, and at the same time we can say that various human tissues this microplastic contents has been present. So human exposure is continuous, and at the same time we can say that in toxicological studies it can be conducted through inhalation, injection, and through dermal contact. So talking about the forensic gap, we can see that this human hair related toxicological studies is very relevant. Hair toxicology, that is we can detect it out the specific drug samples, metals, etc. and all. But coming to the hair samples, much detected in toxicology is very less. So here the forensic gap is, despite extensive environmental research and public research, we can say that into forensic trace evidences, we have very less quality of knowledge in this. And this current forensic matrices only includes soils, fibers, hair toxicology, as I said, which detected out the hair, and like we can say that some specific drugs and metals only. So to say to this workers, no validated framework exists for polymer particle profiling in keratin matrices. So why here we are using human hair? So basically we can say that human hair is actually a trace evidences, which we can say that it is a non-invasive technique. So basically non-invasive and invasive means this is very specific in forensic science, as we know that the law states every contact leaves a trace, and physical evidence and trace evidence plays a very vital role. So here this hair sample is basically a non-invasive, so the sampling process is very easy for us. So here we can say that it is a stable keratin matrices and non-metabolizing and time-linked growth and high surface area with lipid coating facilitating particle addition, and it has been accepted in codes for toxicological reconstruction. And these are certain sources that which is microplastics has been absorbed, and this study and this picture diagram was taken from a Prisma model of 2020. So these are the literature review, which are nearly for this study, we had taken 76 to 120 papers related to the study. So among this, the very relevant studies that are related to microplastics and the common nanoplastics are these in the year of 2026 to 2024. That is, first we can see that micro and nanoparticles in human biological matrices, which actually say that accumulation of microplastics has been present in human tissues. Next is the pyrolysis gas chromatography analysis, in that we can say that validated detection has been found out. And next is the ATIR and FTIR machine learning for forensic hair identification, which was a new pave to the toxicological studies. And then the microplastics in human placental specimens. This was a very relevant study in the year of 2024, and this was the only paper related to microplastics that has been published in the year of 2024, which says that identifies polymer particles in placenta during. In that time, common polymers was also detected. And the last one, that is a bioaccumulation of microplastics in human brains, as it says that it reports systematic accumulation of microplastics even in the brain tissues. Coming to the methodology, as I said previously, this study was taken from the PRISMA 2020. So PRISMA is nothing but it's a new checklist based on the review studies and the meta-analysis, which says that it is a preferred reporting, rigorous systematic and meta-analysis system, which actually guidelines. We are taking the data from the Scopus Web of Science ResearchGate databases, and the study selection criteria actually includes microplastic isolation, spectroscopic polymer confirmation, recovery efficiency data, and contamination control measures. And the analytical techniques evaluated over here is pre-analytical digestion, that is alkaline, enzymatic, and oxidative, which is a very basic process. As we know that after the pre-treatment process and or the washing process, we can see that this digestion process has been done. Nearly we will take for this alkaline, we will take potassium hydroxide, and for the oxidative and enzymatic, we will be taking basically this zinc chloride solutions and all, or we can take this sodium hydroxide as plus. Next is density separation method. We are using very high density separation methods like sodium chloride or zinc chloride is being used, and here we can say that microplastics will be float and other particles will be settling down in this process. And next is a polymer confirmation, that is the stereo microscopy and also scanning microscopy can be conducted through this. Then after that, analytical techniques like micro FTIR, Raman spectroscopy is used. Next is the quality assessment parameters, which is basically without the hair sample we are doing some procedural blanks, and also at the same time some type of recovery rates, which was very important in PRISMA 2020, reproducibility, sensitivity, and statistical validation. And comparative performance analysis, this basically assesses the efficiency, detection limits, structural preservation, and forensic reliability. And coming to the forensic framework, we can say that it is a standardized collection, controlled processing, spectroscopic confirmation, morphometric profiling. Morphometric profiling is nothing but the color, shape, structure, and size of the polymer particles has been constructed out. Next is multivariate statistical interpretation. Multivariate statistical interpretation is nothing but by using different software we can analyze that what type of polymer is present or not. And next is a probabilistic reporting. The result. So coming to the PRISMA 2020, the result that we get was by analyzing 76 to 120 papers, it has been seen that recovery efficiency was observed. That is, analytical methods demonstrated recovery rates ranging from moderate to high and approximately 65 to 95% depending on the digestion and isolation protocols. From this statement, we conclude that yes, definitely microplastics can also be present in the human hair. And next is a polymer confirmation achieved. Raman spectroscopy and micro FTIR, which is a very common, like nowadays it has been recently evolving into the field of forensic science, which is actually a chemical fingerprints of polymer identification system, which actually reveals the identification of common type of polymers such as polyethylene, PET, nylon, etc. Talking about an example, I can say that suppose PET or polyester is a microplastic which I found. We can connect it to the missing persons, individualized profiling, or we can say that this particular person is being belong to the occupation of textiles. So like this, we can connect to the field of forensic science. And then the morphotype distribution patterns, that is the predominance of fibrous particles observed, suggesting that airborne surfaces are the major contributors, which is nothing but, as I was said before, the size, color, shape, with the morpho type of every polymers can be constituted over here. And the last is environmental variation detected. Studies indicate higher microplastic burden in urban industrial settings compared to a less polluted regions. And next is the conclusion. So conclusion to the studies, we can say that hair is nowadays examined in toxicological study, but hair can also demonstrate strong theoretical and analytical potential as a microplastic biomonitoring metrics. So when considering all the evidences, we can say that suppose when we are taking an examples of blood, saliva, semen or anything related to the biological samples, only a recent drug exposure we can find out. But here we can see that a long detection approach can be proved over this study. And that microplastic assemblages in hair demonstrate potential individual level environmental characteristics, and also some certain type of different types of polymers has been confirmed. Now the relevance in forensic science. So it actually introduces a new part to forensic science as human hair microplastics and additional trace evidences in the environmental contaminants and at the same time in the individualized profiling. And next, it helps in linking the individual to specific environments and occupation, as I mentioned previously. Next is provides a bridge between environment exposure and profiling to forensic science, enhancing an evidentiary value to particulate trace analysis. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for presenting the paper. So you have mentioned about individualized profiles.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
for that, I have one question, like how reproducible are microplastic signature in hair for the same individual over time? Like if you want to know after a certain amount of time, so.
Yeah, I expected this question, ma'am, and thank you for your insightful question, ma'am. So let me answer to this. As my title says, it is a microplastic, a novel biomarker to individualize profiling and environmental contaminants. So as you said, when microplastics is found in the same persons, here after the pre-treatment, we are using a step called as digestion process has been there. So basically we can say that in this digestion process, according to this, we are classifying into three categories: alkaline, oxidative, enzymatic. So alkaline, like those who are, basically it will be alkaline only. According to the study, it is saying alkaline only. There we are using KOH. But coming to the oxidative and enzymatic, we are using NaOH. So what is the thing is that in KOH and NaOH, the different particles contains will be different. It will be different only. As it says that whatever trace you are getting, it has been. So that's why, ma'am, the study goes like we are taking the Prisma model. That was a meta-analysis study. So the studies goes that the same confusion was there. So in our lab, we had tested that the procedural blanks we had kept. Without the hair sample we had kept, because we were having also the same doubt whether it comes out or not. But specifically by this digestion process, it has come out that different individuals will be having different microplastic present according to their occupation. As I mentioned, I should specifically mention that polyester, PET, all these are some certain components which can only be found in the environment, those who are working in occupation only. But the common peoples like this, for example, I can say that lectureship, like now, like we all are now in the category of lectureship. So we are not much addictive to the environmental areas, or there is a chance that some chemical treatments only will be doing, but still there is some nylon particles is present. So we can categorize according to their occupation. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, one doubt. Hello, ma'am. Is there any limitations in your studies?
Of course. So actually, this is a patentable work. So we can say that this limitation to the study is actually related to the polymer conformation. As I talked before, that it is actually related to different types of polymers present. This polymer conformation is very difficult in the case of micro FTR process, because once we are only taking 2 to 3 strands of hair samples only we are taking. So in case of 2 to 3 hair samples, this micro FTR process a very limited study only. So that is why we referred to instrumentation, analytical techniques. So that is the only limitation that was found over here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. We now invite Ms. Pashupati Vishwajyoti from Pithapur Rajas Government College, Kakinada, to present her research work.
Good afternoon, one and all. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Posapati Vishwajyoti. Now I am here to present my paper on ATM security. My paper was about AI-powered security model with blockchain data integrity. So, now coming to the point. Now coming to the point, here we all know that ATMs are very useful machines. Normally we all know that ATM means an automatic teller machine. Previously it was known as automatic banking machine, ABM. So when was came, what is the idea of this ATMs, why it was came and when it was started in our India and where was it first started? We all know that it is an ATM. It is easily accessible for us all, for all transactions like small transactions for 100 rupees or 200 rupees, everything. But whose idea it was and when was it started? It was first started in Canada and then it was then implemented by our India. The bank is HSBC Bank. So by that bank, all the transactions for the limited, means for everything like 100 rupees or short transactions, we should not go to bank. So for all this purpose, the ATM was first started. So okay, the ATM was started, everything is okay. But what is the security for this one? We have started ATM, we are taking some transactions through via card and we are using PIN. Green PIN generated through the banks. Okay, it was okay. That bank PIN was completely with security like our bank accounts, easily accessible through everything. But what is the security we were providing for this one? The traditionally normal security was illusion PIN. Illusion PIN based technology was there. So for this one, we have taken some research papers and we have seen that what is the problem facing in our ATM securities. Like we are having some cyber crimes like skimming, shimming, identity theft, loss of data and everything. For all of this one we have to overcome. How we can overcome? We have seen that the traditional things, what means we have introduced facial recognition. Through this facial recognition, by using OpenCV, we will capture the iris, means our eyes, mouth and everything of our facial expressions will be captured through this facial recognition and then only the card access will be happen. So by this one, the latest research from the April issue of 2025, I have taken this paper. And then next going to the next slide, what is the methodology we have used here? The first one is facial recognition and next one is PIN verification and then we are using blockchain integration with cryptographic algorithm. Why this cryptographic algorithm means for encryption and decryption. Why I have used only this SHA-256 means it is an effective thing where we can do the transactions and the transactions which were used through these algorithms are blocked to an hashed data and then it will be changed to one block. What are the transactions we are doing? So next, what is the latest proposed thing in our paper? That was we have used LSTM, a deep learning technique with esteemed mechanism with autoencoder AE, ATTM, LSTM. We have proposed an hybrid model with this one. All the cyber threats will be reduced by using AI fraud detection. Next, going to the next one, results. We have used logistic regression, random forest, SVM, and then we have used this hybrid model. By using this hybrid model, we have got the perfect accuracy up to 96%, and then for this one, we are using for fraud detection. Why fraud detection means if the captured photo means captured data of this particular customer is matched with the bank only, then the access of the card will be happen. Otherwise, the card will be, the transaction will be declined. Next, conclusion. Conclusion of our work. We applied this facial recognition for reducing these cyber threats. Any questions?
Okay. How does your framework handle large-scale distributed ATM attacks?
Actually, we are having, in every work we are having limitations, but here what we can say means by using this particular blockchain with the combination of AI, we can handle large number of transactions at a time, sir. But due to the, if there is any limitation through the scalability, the network congestion will be happen, sir. That's it. But all will be good with this one, sir.
So, in your work, it is like you are combining blockchain authentication for ATM transaction. How it will affect the transaction, just the speed and all, how it will affect the common people if you are introducing to it for the ATM?
Actually, what I can say means, here by using facial recognition, ma'am, we will use OpenCV, ma'am. OpenCV means the complete facial recognition will be observed with the bank customer details. Like what we can say means, bank what facial structure means, what photo was identified, it will be done, ma'am. Like what we can say means, without card transactions also it will be happen, ma'am, after extension. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. Next, I invite G. Vikas Teja from Raghu Engineering College to kindly come forward for his presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, G. Vikas Teja. I am from the Department of Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning from Raghu Engineering College, Visakhapatnam. Today, I am presenting the paper titled as Interlock Ransomware and Emerging Threat to the Healthcare Critical Infrastructure. With the rapid digitalization of healthcare, organizations, hospitals are increasingly rely on the electronic health records, cloud-based systems, and networked medical devices for efficient patient care and give efficient records for the patient. In literature review, we study there is the previous research papers. Previous research related to ransomware attacks and cybersecurity in healthcare system. Study shows that the health organizations are the major target for attackers due to the hospitals are store sensitive data and critical operations. However, the advancement of technology also made healthcare organizations are primary target for cyber attacks, especially ransomware. Ransomware is a malicious software that encrypts files and block access. Methodology. Methodology is based on the case study of health ransomware attacks. We analyze the attacks are in 3 stages. First stage, initial access. The attackers are usually happens through phishing emails, links, malware photos, etc. And second one is data exfiltration and lateral movement. In this may access the multiple computers and collect information. And last one is ransomware deployment. The malware encrypt the files and block the access to the systems. In results, the study shows that the interlock ransomware attacks are caused major disruption of healthcare systems and it store sensitive patient data. By combining technical security measures and user awareness, healthcare organizations these are the few references. If you have any interested, go through. Anybody have any questions?
So you mentioned like we need to use more defensive mechanism and all, right? Can you suggest something that we can use for the hospitals and all?
Okay. Firstly, 1 minute. Ma'am, firstly, hospitals are improve the cyber security measures. Then MFA, multi-factor authentication, that adds extra security to the hospital systems and update the systems regularly and fixing any errors due to the security errors and etc.
Thank you so much for your presentation. With this, we come to the conclusion of the paper presentation session. The presentation we witnessed today truly reflected dedication, innovation, and significant academic efforts.
segments of our program, the panel discussion, where distinguished experts will share their valuable insights, experiences, and viewpoints on the topic. This session is part of International Conference on Forensic Science, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics. Today's discussion will explore emerging challenges, technological advances, and the evolving role of forensic science and cybersecurity in the modern world, which centered around the theme Future of Forensic Science, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics.
To guide this thought-provoking discussion, we are privileged to have with us our respected moderator, Mr. Vilas Anil Chavan Sir, Associate Dean, School of Sciences and Conference Chair. I respectfully invite Mr. Vilas Anil Chavan Sir to kindly take the moderator's seat and lead the engaging discussion.
Now it is my honor to invite our esteemed panelists whose expertise and experience will greatly enrich today's conversation. I'd like to invite Mr. Akshay Kumar Nayak, sir, cybercrime expert from Odisha State Police, whose work in combating cybercrime provides valuable practical insights.
Next, I extend a warm invitation to Professor Amol V.K. Deshmukh sir from the Government Institute of Forensic Science, Mumbai, an eminent academician and expert in forensic science.
It is also a privilege to invite Mr. Ram Dhanavalan, sir, forensic specialist at Ampet Software, Italy, whose expertise is in digital forensic technologies greatly contributes to forensic investigations.
Finally, I invite Mr. Neeraj Kumar sir, founder and managing director of Third Eye Techno Solutions, New Delhi. Now, I request Mr. Vilas Anil Chavan sir to lead the discussion.
Good afternoon all. I hope you had a wonderful time last one day and today as well. Yes? Yeah. So after this 2 days technical sessions, paper presentation, poster presentation, keynote sessions, now this is something different and new kind of thing where we invite different experts from different domains to share their knowledge, or simply I can say to give answer to the questions of students and faculty members. So just to initiate that, we have a very renowned people with us on the dais today. So I welcome on behalf of Department of Forensic Science, School of Sciences, to all the dignitaries on the dais. So again, there is no need to give a separate introduction for all the guests here. So just to avoid that, straight away we can start with the panel discussion. So just to start this, I'll just give objective behind this panel discussion. So in this panel discussion, we'll try to get some answers to the unanswered questions which are still there in some of us mind. So I'll just be the moderator or be the bridge between these experts and you people. I'll just put forward few questions to them, and again at the end we can take some questions from audience as well. So starting with the very first question. So I would like to ask very first question to the Akshay Kumar Nayak sir. Sir, cybercrime cases are increasing dramatically, as you know, across the country. So ranging from financial frauds to complex digital attacks. So the question is, from a law enforcement perspective, what are the biggest challenges investigators face today while dealing with cybercrime and digital evidence? So this is a major question, and to that one small question that I'll ask after you answer this question.
This is really very tricky questions. So law enforcement agency are facing a lots of difficulties in cracking the cases. It's not so easy. Cybercop is not like Daya, right? It's really difficult because nowadays the criminals are using sophisticated methods like AI. Mostly they're using Tor network, VPN, proxy, the anonymity really matters a lot. It is very difficult. And another aspect, important aspect is intercontinental aspects. That means to investigate outside the boundary of the country is really a very difficult task. It's not so easy to extradite persons to obtain the information from other agencies. Most of the servers are located outside India. And DPDP Act is going to be implemented shortly. So after the DPDP Act, it is quite possible for us to obtain the information from all these servers, all these social media platforms in a very easy manner, where they are using Tor network and VPN servers, we are not receiving the reports. So it is very difficult for us to investigate in those manner. Yes, sir.
So I would like just to add a few things. As he said, there is a rise in cyber cases. It has two angles. One, we are depending more on technology. That is why users are there. So criminals are also there. But second thing, I feel that nowadays there is a rise in awareness as well as. So people are getting aware. So they are reporting the cases. So it has two angles to it.
So just to add this to one minor question. So do you both really think that our current training and infrastructure in India are still sufficient, or do we still need stronger integration between police and forensic laboratories?
Yeah, this is a very good question. So now the project of Honorable Prime Minister. In recently, there is a platform, I Got Karmoyogi. So this is a platform, this is a very good platform in which one can enroll and got trained. Second one is SciTrain. It is a very good training platform. It is developed by NCRB, the second one. The third one is important is that regular training in the NCFL and NFSU and RRU and so many institutions are there. So there are so many trainings are conducted at, also I am referring to CDTI Hyderabad. This is a very good premier institutions, really. All the institutions like Bichupatnaik State Police Academy, then APPA is a very good, Andhra Pradesh Police Academy. Now is the Telangana State Police Academy, is a very good police academy where the police officers got trained. This is a very good renowned institutions. So yes, it is the need of the hour to get trained on the cyber forensics. So here, Third Eye, Chairman, ND, everything. He has the gut, he has the idea because he has the really potential to train the law enforcement agency, and we need the training. This training is very much necessary. The forensic side, it is really necessary for us to get trained more sophisticatedly and scientifically manner so that we can collect the evidence. No, yes, it is. You are right, 100% right. Training is necessary. Continuous training is necessary.
Thank you, sir. So next question is for Professor Deshmukh, sir. Sir, as we all are aware that every year in India, many forensic colleges are coming, or many universities are starting new programs in forensic science or in digital forensics. So in your view, how can universities ensure that forensic science education remains aligned with the real needs of criminal investigations and forensic laboratories?
Very interesting question and tough one for me, but it is not like that. I will tell you something. India, after independence, has realized many things. So initially we thought we were a developing nation, so we need technology, engineering and other sector to focus first. And now recently we have realized that everything makes sense and everything is connected. So if you want to become an economic power, you should have the stability in region. And if you see, according to social scientists, economic experts, one important area that you have to take care is your criminal aspect, criminal justice delivery system. You see one thing, unless and until there is no enough security or no enough this conviction, the industry will not come there. if industry will not come there, prosperity will not come there. So ultimately everything is linked and connected. We are a people of 140 billion plus people. Okay, so we need more experts. I think only the thing is what, there should be uniformity in curriculum. There should be enough equipments so the students can have hands-on training, and they should be at par with the law enforcement agencies. So that can be a great scope for everybody.
Thank you, sir. So, apart from this hands-on training, so does this students need to have any other special skill required for becoming a successful forensic professionals?
Okay, so I will tell you that the field which you have selected, it has a dual potential. First thing, why you have selected this field, I don't want the first answer that you are got inspired from some serial or some CID or lot. I don't want that answer. I want the second answer, that there is a huge need of expert to uplift our criminal justice delivery system. 4.5 billion cases are pending in courts. They are waiting for justice, right? And so this organization is to help justice. Okay, you have to help victim to get the justice. Okay, so you are going to play a crucial role tomorrow in a society. A presence of a forensic expert or a presence of forensic scientist should help the society to evolve. We are growing. India has become third economic power. That's fine. But are we evolving also? Are we having control on crime rate? Are we having control on crimes against women? Are we having control on crimes against children, elders? Are we having control on cyber crime? No. So we need expertise to tackle the crime, and the expert should be one step ahead of the criminal, so then we can control. So for that, education is must, and I see a lot of potential in you people. You are not less than anybody, and I am very much sure tomorrow you will be a very good advocate who will put the side more scientifically. You will be in judiciary, you will be in police services, you will be in laboratory, you are into politics. Wherever you go, you will go in a bureaucracy, you will represent scientifically. I will tell two things today. First is, okay. So always think in this way. So your opinion should not be subjective. Your opinion should be objective. You have to increase the objectivity. Like for example, if I ask whether the water inside this bottle is clear or not, so I will get a different opinion from this fellow. She will give different opinion. Everyone gives subjective opinion. But what is the reality? So I have to check with the international standards which are available, and then we will come to know what is the quality, and then we will be able to say no, this water is good or bad for drinking, right? So that is what we are doing. So forensic reduces the subjectivity, opinions, and increase the objectivity. You might have seen in a court, 3 judges are sitting, 4 judges are sitting, 5 judges, 11 bench judges. Recently, some university has conducted 13 judges, they mock court they created. Why they created? They just want to reduce the subjectivity and increase the objectivity. And forensics is the field where we need more clarity, more objectivity. So if you have that vision, objectivity, you are at par with everybody.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to add here, does a student need to add additional stuff in their learning to get more success sort of, right? So from my perspective, whatever you are doing, you put your heart and soul for few years, early few years, like 4 or 5 years when you get out from the college, and you will be excelling in your whatever you choose for. That is what my suggestion to everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for sharing your insights. So now moving to our next guest, Mr. Ram Dhanabalan from AMP Software. Sir, as you are into this image and video forensics, so as we all are aware that nowadays in any of the investigation, majority of the investigation, we are making use of image and video evidences to come to the conclusion. So from your perspective, how has forensic image and video analysis technology evolved in recent years, and what role does it play in strengthening evidence in court?
That's a really good question.
So I think in the last few years, there's been a huge change in evidence related to image and video, especially with the introduction of AI. So we have a lot of deep fakes in audio, images, videos. So forensic science expands its field. Before, it was mostly exclusive for law enforcement. Now we see enterprise users like insurance agencies and like media PR teams, news agencies, because they need to verify if an media they have is authentic, if it's AI or real. So there is a change. There is a change how we are processing these kinds of images, and I would say it's still in a state of confusion because a lot of law agencies aren't able to fully understand this technology. We have seen some agencies using AI upscaling, which gives a lot of hallucinations, which I had explained yesterday. So I think there needs to be more education done in this field. It's something new, but there needs to be education done on both sides, like law enforcement sides and also like normal citizens too. So I think it looks dangerous, but I think if you follow the right path, it will be good.
Yeah. So would you like to add anything to this answer? Yeah, fine. So again, yeah.
This is basically our perspective, right? Legal perspective. So regarding AI related content like deepfake images or deepfake videos, so my advice to all of you, if you are facing this sort of problems, means transmitting or publishing of any content, sharing of any content in any of the platform against, someone has created AI related content against you. So in the law point of view, so first of all, preserve the evidence, please. Make it preserve, make it stored. So preserve the evidence and you can file the complaint at any of the local police station or cybercrime police station for taking necessary legal actions. So then after one concept is there, so you have to give the certificate as per the Valedictory Adhiniyam. I was very much pleased to see the Valedictory Adhiniyam book in the library itself. So admissibility of electronic record is really a major concern today. So that's why Third Eye Solutions has clearly mandated that the forensic part is very, very important. In the forensic, there is a concept in one of the paper, she has referred the concept of hashing, the hash value concept, to maintain the integrity of the file. So that's why the important part is that preserve the evidence, file the complaint, and there is a very good site also that stopnci.org. There is excellent site, stopnci.org. If any of the obscene photos, intimate picture is circulated in the various platforms, any of the platforms, you can file the complaint in stopnci.org to block the operation of the said media files. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So now let us move towards the next expert, Mr. Neeraj Kumar from Third Eye Techno Solutions. Sir, as you are aware that, so nowadays majority of the organizations are facing various cyber attacks, just like data breaches, then identity theft, ransomware attacks, right? So from an industry perspective, what are the most critical cyber security challenges organizations are facing today, and how important is digital forensics in incident response and cyber crime investigations?
Very tough question for me, considering that the challenges ransomware attack, this is the most critical aspect, and every organization is facing some sort of attack every day.
Yeah, I want
the major challenge to the CISOs of the companies are they keep looking for the attacks they are facing and they keep mitigating it. So there are a number of solutions in the market, but yes, resolving the ransomware itself is a big challenge to the organization. And the second part of the question is how digital forensics playing a role in mitigating it, and how it is helping CISOs and cybersecurity managers in the organization. So when attack happens, you can only stop, patch, and to patch, you need to go deeper into it. as forensic says, like, after crime only you can do the forensic. So attack has happened, loss has happened, so they need to contain that particular, systems or where the data leakage has started. So they immediately go to collect those data and try to go deeper into it and find out why it has happened. So that, like, next time the same thing should not happen. But no one can stop this attack. This is something like, it will keep happening and CISOs has to keep remediating. So digital forensics is playing a big role in helping them patching those attacks.
Thanks for your insights, sir. Like, again, anyone can answer this. Linked with this question. So, like, whenever I interact with some people in cybersecurity domain, and whenever I have interaction on the topic like ransomware attack, so I ask them question, in case of ransomware attack, so is it like we'll just give the asked amount or something else to stop the ransomware, or
No. In ransomware attack, the very important point is that they have encrypted the files, right? So where is the decryption code? Can anyone please, can anyone tell where is the decryption code? Huh? No, ransom nahi. Where is the decryption code? With the attacker nahi, with the system itself. With the system itself, that is the point. Try to understand my point. So it is very difficult. In the ransomware cases, it's very difficult to analyze the evidences because all these files are encrypted, completely encrypted. We have sent so much seized systems to the to CFSL Kolkata and CFSL Hyderabad, but it is of no use. It's very difficult. That's why the prevention is better than the cure. So prevention is required. That means you have to keep the backup of all this data. This is very, very necessary. You have to. This is the solution only.
Thank you, sir. So one cross-panel question. So I want your input on this. So what do you think where we will stand in 2047 in perspective of forensic science, cyber security and digital forensics? We are calling like Vikasit Bharat. So let's say we are developed India, Vikasit Bharat. So what will be our stand at that time? And for that, what we should do, what we should be doing?
In 47.
Yeah, 2047.
Okay. In 47, I see all of you are been highly positioned in all the law enforcement agencies and related domain, and you are making the system correct. You are doing research, you are finding solutions to the problem, and you are making our country feel proud. You are helping citizens. I can see the conviction rate has increased, the case pendency has dropped, forensic reports are coming quickly, we are analyzing complicated challenges, and India, like in our first session we discussed, we sent some samples to FBI, FBI is sending samples to us. So it's 47.
So from policing part, what is your stance on this, sir?
So I am referring to the content of Sir has already told. The FBI will send us to examine the report. In one of the sessions, CTTI Hyderabad, sir, they have referred our report and their reports are same, but the approach of the law enforcement agency is different. That is the point of concerns. So law enforcement agency, the government is taking so many steps to combat these type of offenses, to train the officers, to well equip the officers, and now you are the future. Now you are the future. We'll depend upon you for 2047, right? So you have to take a place that you have to make India the best, right? हो सकेगा? Yes or no? सुना ही नहीं दिया अभी. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. So continuing with this energy, this forum is now open for questions from the audience.
I'd like to see more products come out of India, software, hardware, forensic, related, we still use a lot of international products. So I'd like to see something come out of India, and I'm sure some of you or most of you would do it. So I'm looking forward.
Yeah, rightly said, because nowadays whatever softwares we are having, so we are importing from other countries. So hopefully in 2047, we'll have our own softwares made by Indian people for the rest of the world. So that we can work on. So we can take any 1 or 2 questions from the audience. Anyone can, yeah, please.
My question is for Deshmukh sir. Actually, I wanted to ask, while you are delivering the session, I had a doubt that you said there is a slight difference between identification of suicidal or homicidal poisoning. So is there any way to differentiate? How can we differentiate that this is suicidal poisoning or this is a homicidal poisoning caused by radioactive elements?
Yeah, so as I told you, the procedure of radioactive investigation and the normal toxicological investigation is same. The principles are same, right? So for homicidal investigation, we know what are the markers we should look for homicide, and suicide we should know what contents we should look for suicide, right? So in suicidal case, generally we get a suicidal note, or the evidences are in such a fashion that it indicates towards suicide. And for homicidal, we go for the examination in such a fashion that we have the examination, and in this case post-mortem reports plays a crucial role to tell about what is the dose, how it has been consumed, what was the situation. And when we examine other evidences, that also indicates whether it is suicidal or homicidal. So that is the way to identify. So yeah, so as I told you, radiological cases are very rare. Itself it is, no one can go and buy radioactive material and consume. So in a rare case, we will come to know how the dose has been administered, what is the way. So I told you that case how we discussed when they examine the scene of crime, so there was a trail of the radiations. So they met in a hotel, they given a tea, so the cup was also emitting the radiation. So the fellow who brought this, he came from a lift. So there was some traces of polonium in the lift. So that way we can track, someone has brought it and given it. So it is various angle to identify and to see and come on a conclusion.
Thank you. So assuming that there is no question, so I would like to end this panel discussion here. So thanks to all the dignitaries on. Anyone want to ask question? Yeah, please. So this will be the last question.
Hello sir, this is not only my question, this is for me and my course and my juniors. After completing this bachelor degree and master's degrees, we are hoping for being in settle in forensic science only, but there are lack of opportunities from the government side. And we are doing internships in government FSLs, but not there is no recruitment is coming from the government FSL, government organizations. We are lacking of opportunities. So can you suggest anything for us, for our juniors, our course here, who are sitting here?
First, let me counter him. He has a question about lack of government opportunity. Why he is looking for government opportunity only? So you should ask if you see lack of opportunity, which I completely disagree. There are abundant opportunities, and today I have shown it in my slides. There are abundant opportunity everywhere in India and outside India even. So there are lack of skilled forensic people. Are you getting me? Yes. And don't go for government and private. what you are trying to achieve from your, like, job or work profile, that you follow and you will get that. So nowadays it's completely, for me, it's misconception. I'll go for government opportunities only. I'm not saying you should not go for, one should not go for, but you look for the opportunities, and there are sky is the limit for people who wanted to really work in the government, outside the government, both. Thank you.
Okay. I will add to this. Have you gone through that key? We have changed our criminal laws. Now we have new criminal laws. If you see the old IPC, CRPC and Indian Evidence Act, there was, in Indian Evidence Act, there was only one section that was dealing with forensic expert. But if you see new criminal laws, there, if you see the entire philosophy behind that new criminal laws is to add more scientific weightage, to bring more technology, to make it more transparent. And you will, for your information, I am telling you, every crime which has punishment around 7 years, they have to compulsory probe a forensic expert. So this tells us how big scope we have in future, right? And I will tell you, there is one project going on, government, it's called as National Forensic National Forensic Framework Enhancement Scheme. Okay, you see the budget of that particular scheme. The scheme is for modernization of police across the country. So that is funding for state as well as center to create more laboratories, not only the laboratories, DFS, but regional laboratories. Under regional laboratory, district laboratories are going to come. Under district laboratory, there are mobile forensic unit is going to come. And similar pattern is followed by center. In Odisha only yesterday, the new CFSL and new campus was inaugurated. So there is a huge opportunity and huge scope is there. And I'm telling you, forensic is an end product, it's application. I will tell you, from my institute, last year in civil services, we produced 3 IS. Okay, so they are forensic graduates. So they are taken on a forensic project. Okay, so some join police services, some join advocacy. So in whatever field you go, you will have the core of forensic science. And I am myself sure, I done 20 years back, I am still enjoying the field and I will enjoy. It is your potential where you take. If you join to the bank also as a bank officer, there you have the forensic ability, they will put you into a fraud investigation departments. You go anywhere, like for example, there is something I was not aware, there is something called agroforensic. One forensic student who done forensic, now he's identified which are genuine seed and which are fake seeds. If a farmer saw the fake seeds, his of a, like for example any tree like lemon tree, and after 10 years he will come to know he is not cultivated lemon, something else. Okay, it's a huge loss. So how to investigate that crime? So he's helping farmers. So everywhere you go, there is some application you will able to excel. That is why I said learn forensic from heart, understand the fundamentals, and you can go anywhere with this field. There are now new emerging domain, as sir told, that cyber domain. It has huge application. Like everyone, when AI came, everyone started using AI. Now people are getting about the other side of AI. They need cyber security with this. Initially, we don't have that much digital asset. Now, even hospital also has a lot of data of patients. So it's an asset for them. It's a digital asset. So protecting digital asset, we need experts to investigate, right? Yesterday, I was talking with one person who created one insurance. It's called cyber insurance against the cyber fraud. I was discussing with the insurance company manager. He said, we were never thought now people will buy cyber insurance, but now people started buying cyber insurance. Now, what is the problem? Now they are claiming the frauds. We don't have mechanism to investigate a cyber case. So we need people. So think in that way, and you should be positive. I will tell a small story very quickly because we don't have time, and I hope this story will change your thought process for life. Okay? So there used to be a company of slipper chappals. You know the story? Paragon Chappal story? Are you aware or you don't aware? You know. So basically, there were two salesmen. One used to sell in North India, one used to sell in South India. Both were amazing sellers. They sold almost everything. The sale went very good. The owner of the company called these two people and say, we did enough sale in India. Now let's try the same model and go to Africa. Okay, one take North Africa, one take South Africa. These people went and started doing survey and they told ki contact me and let me know what happens. The North wala guy, he called the boss, he said, boss, you wasted your money. These people don't know what is footwear. When they will buy our chappals? Okay, the owner said, okay, no problem, you come back. The another guy after 15 days, he said, I travel entire South Africa. There is no single footwear in anyone's foot. Send whatever you have, we have huge market here. You know, so this is the approach you have to keep. And you know, in India, there is you know all the statistics, you know the NCRB report, you know the case dependency, you know what is the scope, right? So you should never doubt on your capability. You should give 100% first and then look for the opportunity.
So opportunities are there. Only thing is develop yourself and right opportunities you will get.
Fourth slogan. Learn from the heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everything we should be learning from the heart so that it will reach the minds of rest all. So with this, I would like to conclude this panel session. I thank all the panelists and also I would like to thank all the students and faculty members for actively participating in this panel discussion. So once again, on behalf of Department of Forensic Science, School of Sciences, Aditya University, I thank every one of you for taking active participation in the panel discussion. So with this note, I conclude that this panel discussion is over. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Over the course of this conference, we have witnessed enriching discussions, insightful presentations, and a meaningful exchange of ideas. Today's valedictory session marks the successful conclusion of this academic gathering and provides us with an opportunity to reflect on the knowledge shared and the collaborations formed. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our esteemed dignitaries.
Now, I humbly welcome Dr. G. Shure Sir, Registrar, Aditya University, Suran to kindly grace the dais.
It's my privilege to welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor N.C. Shivprakash Sir, Chief Academic Advisor to Aditya University, to kindly grace the dais.
Now, I request guest of honor, Mr. Akshay Kumar Nayak Sir, Assistant Commissioner of Police, IT and Social Media Cell, Training and Program Implementation Cell, Orissa, to kindly grace the dais.
Now I call upon our respected guest of honor, Professor Amol V.K. Deshmukh Sir, Head of the Department, Government Institute of Forensic Science, Mumbai, to kindly grace the dais.
It's my privilege to welcome Mr. Ram Dhanabalam Sir, Forensic Specialist, AIMT Software, AIMT SRL, Italy, to kindly grace the dais.
Now I call upon Mr. Neeraj Kumar Sir, Founder and Managing Director, Third Eye Techno Solutions, New Delhi, to kindly grace the dais.
Now, I request Mr. Vilyas Anil Chavan Sir, Associate Dean, School of Sciences, Aditya University, to kindly grace the dais. Now, as we move forward towards the conclusion of this conference, it's time for the closing remarks. It's my privilege to invite Dr. G. Shure Sir, Registrar, Aditya University, to share his valuable closing remarks and reflections on this occasion.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, Professor N.C. Shivprakash Sir, Professor ISC Bangalore, and we are also fortunate, he is our Honorable Member, Board of Management and Academic Council, and he is also the Chief Academic Advisor, continuously mentoring us, all the administrative leaders. And guest of honor, Mr. Akshay Kumar Nayak, OPS, Assistant Commissioner of Police. Guest of honor, Professor Amol V.K. Deshmukh, Head of the Department, Government Institute of Forensic Science, Mumbai. Mr. Ram Dhanabalan, Forensic Specialist, AMP Software, Italy. Mr. Neeraj Kumar, Founder and Managing Director, Third Eye Techno Solutions, New Delhi. And the man behind this entire conference, Mr. Vilas Anil Chavan, Associate Dean, School of Sciences, and the conference chair. Other dignitaries of the dais, the staff, other resource persons and speakers of this two-day conference, and the external participants and the internal participant students. A very good afternoon to one and all. So I'm looking, because once you look at this two-day program, I felt like you will be became very passive, and I felt that there won't be much cheers and applause and all, but you are very active and enthusiastic. This shows that this two-day conference is very successful, and the participants have taken the key insights from the industry personnel as well as the people from the academia and the fellow participants, and gain much knowledge on the forensics. And yeah, so when we talked about with other resource persons, so I got many key insights, because when we say forensics, we people feel like, because from engineering background, whatever we watch in movies, that is the only forensics. But nowadays, we are looking at the revolution in the digital technology, and wherein we require a forensic investigation or forensic analysis on these digital devices or the multimedia forensics. And I am very much associated with that, because my PhD work is on multimedia forensics. So many a times when I discuss with Mr. Vilas, we discuss about multimedia forensics a lot, and the happenings that are going in your school and the department as well. So I am very happy that this two-day conference is very purposeful and successful, and all the participants have utilized this opportunity to the maximum possible extent. And I wish the department and the School of Sciences for bringing this conference, and mostly the persons from industry and academia, where you people all require their inputs so that you can upskill yourselves and see what is going on in the outside world, not apart from the textbook knowledge, so that you can gear up yourselves and be prepared for the opportunities that are available for you. So I congratulate the team, the Department of Forensic Sciences and School of Sciences, and the entire organizing team for organizing this wonderful conference, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for the thoughtful closing remarks, and valuable reflections and encouraging words have brought this program to a meaningful conclusion.
Now, I humbly request Mr. Vilas A. Anil Chavan, sir, Associate Dean, School of Sciences, Aditya University, Sulampalam, to kindly address the gathering.
Respected Chief Guest, Professor Yansi Shivprakash, sir, Distinguished Guest of Honor, Mr. Akshay Kumar Nayak, sir, Professor Amol Deshmukh, sir, Respected Registrar Dr. Suresh, sir, Neeraj, sir, Ram, sir, esteemed dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, distinguished speakers, faculty members, students, and dear participants, good afternoon to one and all present here. As we are concluding our first international conference on forensic science, cyber security and digital forensics, it is a great matter of satisfaction to reflect on the productive and enriching discussion held over the past 2 days at Aditya University. This conference was envisioned as a platform to bring together experts from academia, industry, forensic laboratories and law enforcement agencies to discuss emerging developments in forensic science, cybersecurity, and digital forensics. Over the last 2 days, we witnessed inspiring keynote lectures, engaging technical sessions, research paper presentation, poster presentations, highlighting the importance of scientific innovation in modern criminal investigations and justice. The enthusiastic participation of researchers, academicians, students and professionals from various institutes has greatly contributed to the success of this conference. Just to inform you, we had more than 500 plus participants participants from 17 different universities and institutes. So the conference was organized in collaboration with IC-FSCSDF India Forensic Lab, New Delhi, Third Eye Techno Solutions Private Limited, New Delhi, Amped Software SRL, Italy, Selective and Scientific Books, New Delhi, and Dolphin Instruments, Mohali, Punjab, strengthening the industry-academia partnership and exposure to advanced forensic technologies. On behalf of the organizing committee, I express my sincere gratitude to all our distinguished speakers, guest members, collaborators, and participants for their valuable contributions. I also thank our leadership team of Aditya University, Dr. N. Satish Reddy sir, Dr. M. Srinivas Reddy sir, Professor M. B. Srinivas sir, Dr. A. Ramesh for their constant support, and appreciate the organizing committee, faculty members, and student volunteers whose dedication made this conference a success. I hope the ideas exchanged and collaboration initiated during this conference will continue to inspire future research, strengthen the role of forensic science and cybersecurity in the criminal justice system. Once again, I thank all of you for being the part of this prestigious international conference on forensic science, cybersecurity, and digital forensic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and insightful words. Your valuable thoughts and encouragement have truly enriched this occasion and will continue to motivate us in our future endeavors. Now, we move to one of the most exciting moments of the program, the prize distribution ceremony. This segment celebrates the dedication, talent, and outstanding efforts of our participants who have truly excelled.
I request our honorable guests and respected dignitaries to kindly come forward and present the prizes to the winners. Let's welcome our winners of poster presentation. The third prize for the poster presentation goes to Nikhil Bibhisan Durande and Sonar Sri Krishna Mukund from Yashwantrao Chavan Institute of Science, Sitara.
Goes to A. Dikshita and Totapur Durga Varshini from Maristella College.
And the first prize for poster presentation goes to T. Radhika Lakshmi from Aditya University.
So for the winner first prize from Third Eye Techno Solutions, Neeraj sir want to give a DFL course worth 60,000 free of cost. So I thank on behalf of Department of Forensic Science to you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.
I request all the dignitaries to kindly take their seats in the dais. Next, we are honored. It is now time for a special moment in our program, the felicitation ceremony, where we express our gratitude and appreciation to distinguished personality whose contributions inspire us all.
Now, we are honored to felicitate Mr. Akshay Kumar Nayak, sir. I request Mr. Vilasani Chavan, sir, to kindly do the honor. I request all the dignitaries to do the honor. Now, we invite Professor Amol V.K. Deshmukh, sir, for the felicitation.
Next, we are pleased to felicitate Mr. Ram Dhanabalan, sir. I'd like to invite Mr. Niraj Kumar, sir, for the felicitation. Moving forward, we are honored to felicitate Shri Anurag Mishra, sir. Next, we are pleased to felicitate Mr. Praveen Kumar, sir. therefore invite Mr. Navin Reddy sir for the felicitation. Thank you, respected dignitaries. Now we request all the dignitaries to kindly take their seats. Now I humbly request our respected chief guest, Professor N.C. Shivprakash sir, Chief Academic Advisor to Aditya University, to kindly address the gathering.
Good evening. So the marriage function is over. The Vadya. I don't know whether we have found the bride or bridegroom. Both are bride and bridegroom. So, very good evening. I am privileged to be with all of you today. And I would like to thank the management, the registrar who is sitting on behalf of the management for this opportunity. And I think, we had a good time. Conference is one where only deliberation will not take place in the hall. Conference is a place where we interact while walking, while eating food, while traveling, and that's the beauty of the conference. I think, yesterday I came with Deshmukh together and spoke so much. I may repeat what I learned from him also in next few minutes. So that is where I think interaction. I think first let us congratulate Aditya University for organizing and bringing such a great people to the platform as a first international conference. So Aditya means sun. Where is our sun? Is far away. Very, very far away. But they are trying to bring and make as near. You must have heard about ISRO project where they have gone almost, I think, L1 or L2. In mathematics, that is a person who has invented that is called Lore. What is the name? That L1. That part, we have sent a satellite still healthy and tracking. So therefore now, technologies are moving so fast. We are the first one in the world to have gone to Chandrayaan to the South Pole. No one till today has gone, including the great man Trump. So therefore that is India. India is great. And just a little bit of history. The idea of the forensic is to find out the thief. This is how it started. Earlier if somebody dies, you have to find out why he has died, how he has died was important. We were discussing that day that if someone dies, some evidences are required. What are the evidence? The first thing that is started is the chemical. The poison is a chemical that you try and then analyze. So chemistry into the forensic science. Then physics. Today, what not? Biology, anyone whom you say you want to prove, you need RNA, fingerprint. So all the walks of life, all science is what forensic science is. So therefore, the forensic science is the mother of all science, I would say. So you're all proud to be the students of forensic science. And just not science, science has gone beyond. Science applied to engineering, engineering to technology. Today we talk about augmented technology, virtual technology, AR, VR, we talk about artificial intelligence. All of them have got into the forensic science. So future war will not be, what we used to call war is no more a war now. Chemical war, nuclear war, or whatever you name. So therefore things are changing. And you want to find out of course the war now is your cyber. More you digitize, more problem we get into. Earlier people, one of my colleague in Indian Institute of Science, even today, he doesn't have mobile. And he doesn't want any card. He says, I'm happy with that. I think that, I'm not saying that all of you should do that. Now today you don't know how to live without the credit card. You get stuck where you are. So there are advantages and disadvantages. Everything that you have in life will have merits, will have demerits. So you have to compromise and then move on. And I think technology where today, you must have heard from them, where people also know how to beat the technology, be it a scam or be it hackers. So there I think challenging also will be there. And student of forensic science is not like any other program in the country. Very limited, very few colleges or institutions or university in the country are delivering this. And I think you are all privileged citizens of India. I'm sure that all of you will have a job unlike other areas. In engineering, every year we produce 15-20 lakhs and so many unemployment will be there, but which is not so, I think, in the area of forensic science. You need more and more people, and I'm sure that this conference has given you enough confidence. What you learn in the classroom is different. What you learn from the outside world is what makes you a different character. So I'm sure, I think we are all thankful to the Aditya University for this, and this is only a beginning. I'm sure that in years to come, many would come back. You also go, you get network, and it is not easy to get. I think I'm told about 500 from 17 different universities and institutions are participating in this conference. You do call them, they also will come. I think this journey, let it continue. I congratulate each one of you for this successful completion of this conference. This is the beginning for the future endeavor in your career. I wish each one of you to have a great career in whatever the job, whatever the profession that you take. All the very best. Thank you and take care.
Thank you, sir, for your remarkable and thought-provoking address. Your valuable words have truly elevated this gathering and provided us with the meaningful insights to carry it forward.
It is now my great honor to felicitate our esteemed chief guest, N.C. Shivprakash sir. We sincerely thank you for gracing this occasion with your presence and for your valuable support. I request our registrar, Dr. J. Suresh sir, and all the dignitaries to come forward to do the felicitation ceremony.
I request all the dignitaries to take the seat. that springs from the soul. As we come to the close of this memorable conference, it is time to express our heartfelt appreciation to all those who have contributed to its success. To deliver the vote of thanks, I respectfully invite Ms. Anshul Sakarkar, Assistant Professor, Department of Forensic Science, to come forward and present the vote of thanks.
Good evening to all respected dignitaries, respected faculty members, honored guests and dear participant. I, Achal Sakarkar, on the behalf of Department of Forensic Science, School of Sciences, Aditya University, I would like to express our sincere gratitude at the conclusion of India's first international conference on forensic science, cyber security and digital forensic held on 13th and 14th March 2026. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our esteemed dignitaries, Dr. Satish Reddy Sir, Professor M.B. Srinivas Sir, Dr. M. Srinivas Reddy Sir, Dr. A. Ramesh Sir, and Dr. G. Suresh Sir for their constant encouragement and support. We sincerely thank our distinguished guest, Professor R. Venkatarao Sir, Professor Dr. N.C. Shiv Prakash Sir, Mr. Akshay Kumar Nayak Sir, Professor Anmol V.K. Deshmukh Sir, Mr. Ram Dhanbalan Sir and Mr. Neeraj Kumar Sir for gracing the conference. Our sincere thanks to Conference Chair Mr. Viras Anil Chavan Sir and Co-Conference Chair Mr. Nageshwar Rao Sir for their guidance and leadership. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to our sponsors, collaborating partners, IC-FSCSDF India Forensic Lab, Third Eye Techno Solutions Private Limited, Amphit Software, Dolphin Instrument, and Selective and Scientific Books. Finally, we thank all faculty members, organizing committee members, student coordinators, technical teams, participants, and attendees for being part of this conference and making it meaningful and academic gathering. We sincere gratitude everyone present here. I conclude vote of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. As we come to the end of this enriching 2 days conference, I sincerely thank our respected speakers, dignitaries, participants, and organizers for making it a great success.
With this, we conclude this conference. I now request everyone to kindly raise for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. Thank you all.